Hi, welcome back to My Life with Plants. I'm Newman. We have something special. This is probably my first time blooming such an orchid. I did buy it with a flower that was already ready to drop. I did catch a glimpse of it before the whole flower itself dropped off. I've been growing it for about a year now, a summer and a winter. I try not to overwater it, but it did get a lot of humidity since I do live in Japan. Very hot summers, very tropical. Now it's the dry winter season, it's indoors. This particular plant developed a sheath on a new pseudobulb, and inside the sheath was nothing. I couldn't see a shadow or anything. So I was on the verge of getting rid of the whole plant because I thought it wouldn't do any good, but it's proved me wrong. Not only that, it's developed a new pseudobulb that's growing really rapidly, and I probably thank the ancestry of it. It's got some hardy orchids in there. It's a very intergeneric hybrid, this one. I did buy it for its bloom, and I was surprised that it was still online and available, and I was very quick to snap it up. It was about $15 and it was five bulbs on a very large plant. Anyway, I'm going to introduce it to you. And here it is right here. I hope I can get that light right. Let's see now. I'm going to try turning it around a little bit so we can get better light on there. This is a huge flower. This is one of those jumbo cattleyas. It also has a bud right here on the way. What attracted me to this flower is because of its bright yellow with that amazing pink labellum. And this one is called Rhyncholaeliocattleya Young Kong. And it was registered by Lai Teng Fusing in 1991. So it's not really that old, is it? And I tell you what, this has got a lot of orchids in it. So it is a cross between Rhyncholaeliocattleya Green Fantasy and Tassi Barbero. In its intergeneric hybridization, it has Cattleya dowiana 44%, Cattleya bicolor 17%. It's got some Wasowicii 9%. It's got some Digbyana, Tenebrosa, Ludemaniana, Preparata labiata, Trianii, Xanthina, Cinnabarina, Willisii, and Mosii. This is such a very intergeneric hybrid. I'm so happy that this actually bloomed, and it's right into the full winter. You can see here that these bulbs are very big. They've also shriveled quite a lot because it is the winter season. Its newest bulb, as you can see here, it's the largest out of all of them, and it goes right up, and you can see on the tip there it's gone black, and that would be due to not enough of a new root system growing. It just couldn't quite pump all the nutrients that it needed up to the tip of the leaf here. But what I've done is I've repotted it. It's got all these sticky tags in there in case I get those scarier flies, what are they called? Fungus gnats. It's in a very chunky mix. It's almost all pumice with some bark. And it's in a porous pot. It was in a plastic pot, but I changed it. You can see right here that on its newest bulb it has these roots that are growing out straight into the media. And up along here we have the newest leaf. I gave this a good thorough watering. It wasn't a little watering. I took it out and I thoroughly drenched it until all the medium was well soaked, and then I put in some nutritious water. There's the little bit of feed in it and stuff. I mean, check this out. What a magnificent orchid this is. At the moment it doesn't have any fragrance, but the very first flower it did have when I got this particular orchid. It had a fragrance that was reminiscent of the cymbidium. I'm so impressed. Not to mention this second bloom that's going to be opening very soon. So this plant has a lot of growing areas right here where it is likely to develop a new bulb, and right here too. There's actually two areas where it's likely to develop. To get this bulb so big, I did feed it animal manure pellets. So it's a combination of animal dung that's been processed and then made into very large sized pellets. And we do have a little bit remaining right here. Whoops, look at my finger on that sticky trap thing. There's one of them there. So these things are really big. And they actually have also charcoal that's compressed into them. Orchids really love that kind of fertilizer. You wouldn't be able to use it indoors if you're watering quite a lot, because flies do come along. Not too many. I've seen one or two here and there, on and off, because it is dung. It doesn't give off too much smell, a little bit, but outdoors you wouldn't notice that. But the orchids really like it because it's a good, well-balanced fertilizer, and it has nitrogen in it, which really gets those new growths growing. But also these particular plants, these cattleyas, they do have a need for magnesium and calcium, and I provide that with dolomite lime. Dolomite lime is to help the cells of the walls of the cell walls of the leaves and stems and pseudobulbs and everything to become solid and healthy, and also aids in the ability of the plant to extract nutrients by using that mineral, the dolomite lime, and other very low percentage minerals such as zinc, magnesium, zinc, boron, and all those micronutrients are even more available to the plant once it has that additional use of dolomite lime. Make sure you use the one that is for gardening, for plants. Don't use the industrial one that's probably for other purposes. So this is Rhyncholaeliocattleya young Kong. I'm so happy with it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing these particular growing eyes here coming away into new growth, which will balance out the plant more. And we do have this new pseudobulb on the way. So there's a chance that by the time spring comes, it might push out more blooms. This might become a really good bloomer. Now, I don't have very many cattleyas. I have a Cattleya Beringiana, and my Beringiana flowers for me every year, and it's a very easy to understand orchid because you can see the new pseudobulb developing and a bunch of roots all coming out around it, and it lets you know that it needs water. It's just very easy to understand the growth pattern of that particular orchid. And high heat, it takes the high heat no problem. It even keeps growing, which is quite amazing because a lot of orchids actually stall their growth when it gets over 35 degrees. This one is also really hardy and likes that heat during the summer. And yeah, and I have also a Rhyncholaeliocattleya Blue Heaven, which is a very old hybrid, I think in 1920s or 1930s. It's really old hybrid. That one hasn't flowered for me. So in total I have 3 large cattleyas. So I have this one, and I have the Rhyncholaeliocattleya Blue Heaven, and I have the Cattleya Beringiana. Those are the only 3 large ones I have. 2 other plants that you could consider intermediate for size would be my 3 Brassivolas, and one is a species, Brassivola nodosa, and the other 2 are hybrids within that have been hybridized with cattleyas. So just to have this flower is really spectacular, because most of the time I very seldomly will see cattleyas like this available in the store, and other than that I watch them on the YouTube, whether I'm watching Melissa Loves Orchids, or I'm watching Nelson's channel. I get to experience and see and appreciate all kinds of beautiful orchids, whether it's through their collections or their tours that they do of the orchid markets that they go to. It's the only time I get to appreciate them. So to be able to have one and right in front of me like this is truly amazing. I'm really amazed. And another thing is that it's a really well shaped orchid. It has beautiful colors, and not only that, it's hardy. Yeah, anyway, I hope you found this interesting, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. And until next time, we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.